Hi, good night, everybody, good night. Please, first of all, I want to say pardon my dressing. It's kind of, not the usual with a hat on, kept hair, but stay with me. Just stay with me for the next few weeks, please. I beg you, right? So, hi to everybody who came out for this Astoria Amanda session today. And I'm just going to read on the sidelines a few people that we have. The first person was Tiana Murdoch. Tiana still ready. Then we have Janelle Palmer with heart eyes. By the way, don't mind if it's glitching because I need an Ethernet cable. I haven't gotten that as yet, so that would make the video quality much better. In the meantime, you can set your quality to 720. The audio should be fine. So even if the video lags or glitches, the audio should be fine. We have Lisa first. We have Be a Healthy You. We have the Parkers. Of course, we have my husband, the moderator, and the studio producer, the timekeeper, and everything in one. Nashelle, hi. Chandra, Jamelia. We have, what happened there? We have Jacqueline, Sansia, Rikisha, Carlene. So we have everybody here tonight. We have Melissa. Melissa, you came out. Anika came out. Lazan and Rachel. All right. I want everybody to go ahead and click like you haven't seen me here in a while. Like, how long was I away, guys? How long I was away from? How many lives have I missed? Hey, Jody. I don't remember how long I was away. Hi, Marie. Hi, Rochelle. Which Rochelle is this? All right, guys. Who can tell me like how long was I away? Because I really don't remember. I think it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So we have a lot to catch up on. A lot. So we have a new subscriber. I hope I pronounced the name correctly, Alcian Booth. And she says, I'm new here, but I really love what you're doing. Keep it up. Thank you, Alcian. And let's welcome Alcian. No, Nashel, man. 4 Sunday? 4 Sundays? One month? No, that's bad. That's really bad. Nashel said, I'm missing for 4 Sundays. Raquel said it's about 2 weeks. Lisa said it's a month. Wow. Like, we need to do better. No. That's a lot of content that you guys missed, Okay, when you come here, you get the raw details and tell it as it is, right? Jamila says she think it's 3. I think it's 3 too. I'm not sure. Shani is in the building. Nika said, boy, it feel like a month. It feel long, like about a month. I understand, guys. All right, so I've been missing for a while. The elephant is in the room. You guys have been updated on my family channel. You have also been updated on my weekly vlog. And my best friend reached out to me and she said, boy, just hearing you talking about your depression, it made me like want to cry. But I'm just asking for prayers. Like, just pray my strength, guys. Just pray my strength. It's not easy being depressed. It's not easy. You hear some stuff in your mind and try it, but it's not easy. Melissa said, why you starving? Rochelle, so like up the live people, the one and only Rochelle. All right, my know is Uno. So that's my best friend, guys. Erica Roberts, hi from Grenada. Welcome, Grenada. Welcome, Erica. So let's welcome Erica and Alcian. All right. So who's ready? Let's get straight into it. let's get straight into, if you think, let's put up the title. I haven't done this in a while. I'm so rusty. Let's post the title. Is 1 year studies enough for PR? How many of you are here that are currently thinking of doing a 1 year study? Like real quickly. Anybody here doing 1 year study or plan to do 1 year study or is thinking about doing 1 year study in Canada? Comment and let me know. All right, so Lisa says me. Anna Kay says me. Shanique says I'm considering. That's good. Marlon, go and sit down. This is not your time. All right, guys. So Erica says me. Wow, it's more than I thought. Peter Gay says I am. Nice. So, okay, here's what I want you guys to do after this presentation. Let me make notes of the persons, let me make sure make notes of the persons. So you have Anna Kay, we have Lisa, we have Shanique, we have Erica, we have Peter Gay. All right. After this presentation, I want you guys to share your views. Let me know what you think after this presentation. All right. Jamila says, I heard it's not advice, but I'm thinking about it. Peter Gay said, you plan to do so for December. Anika laughing at Marlo. And Jacqueline is saying I should ask the producer. Said about the extra love, everybody. Oh, thank you. Okay, so before I go into the presentation, I just thought that I would like to tell you guys that I have started a support group for Caribbean international students. More details on that will come, but I have, including me, 115 members on there, and it's nothing but good things. But I will speak about that in probably at the end or in a vlog or something. But basically, it's about, I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. Yes, I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. Okay. I want to be a part of that, please. All right, I'll definitely talk about it afterwards so that those who wish to join, they can do so. Right? Definitely. All right, so 36 of us, thank you so much for coming out. I am going to go straight into my intro. Let's roll the intro, guys. All right. Okay, so let's go straight into good vibes. Yes. Hi, Until. All right, so we're gonna go straight into the presentation right now. Is 1 year studies enough for your PR? So let's go. Let me share my screen. And producer, let me know, like, because this will have a virtual walkthrough within the presentation. Let me know if at any point you're not seeing what's on my screen, because I won't see the comments and stuff. people, if I listen to the headphone and I try to listen to me at the same time. All right. So let's share my screen, shall we? Mm, this is weird. Give me a minute, guys. What are you seeing on the screen?
I'm seeing the presentation and another thing.
All right, give me a minute, guys. Oh my God. Because I can't see what you're seeing and I'm trying to okay. All right, so is 1 year studies enough for your PR? And for those who don't know what PR means, it means permanent resident. Turn it down a little bit, the feedback. The headphone feedback. Yeah. PR means permanent resident, and it is something that I like to describe it as being equivalent to the green card in America. So you get a better understanding, but it means that you have your landing in Canada, you are a permanent resident of Canada. So it's a pathway, like thereafter, you would apply for your citizenship after a certain amount of years has passed. So all right, so Mr. Producer, I won't be able to see the comments, so I'll ask you to be very interactive in this section. We're gonna do the welcome and the icebreaker. So first and foremost, welcome everybody. Welcome back, welcome to Sunday Lives. And I hope that I can remain consistent and do it every Sunday, right? Because that's what we want. We want consistency. We want to know, like, okay, we're looking forward to something every Sunday. So get your notebooks out, and for those who are planning to do 1 year, let's go. So this week's icebreaker challenge will be from the weekly vlog that was posted yesterday, right? That's what this week's icebreaker challenge will be from. Let's go straight into it. So number one, the quote. In my weekly vlog, there's a quote that I heard on the radio, a very impacting one. What was the quote all about? Yes, what was the quote all about? If you watched my weekly vlog yesterday, there was a very good quote. What was that quote all about? Who can remember? Anybody? You don't have to remember the exact like wording, but what was it about? Hey, here you know. Hey. Wow, guys. Wow. So they're saying they don't remember it. Anybody? Give you 1 more minute. Nobody remembers the quote? Rikisha said she knows it's from some sunny radio station. Sun City. Sun City. You're close. Nashelle said something about harvesting. Lisa says not judging each day, but about the harvest at the end. Lisa, yeah, something like that. You're close. You're close. You're very close. Ann Kay said it's something about planting seed for today. Onika said about not focusing on trials. Anna Kay said something about time. All right, okay. So far, Lisa has gotten the closest. Lisa has gotten the closest. So basically, the quote was saying, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. All right? So yes, it is a very impactful quote. Don't judge each day by the harvest that you reap, but by the seed that you plant. Yes, Nashelle, by Roberts. Yeah, at least I remember that part. Right. So that's a really good quote to live by. So when you're feeling down or you feel like things not happening, just remember you can't judge the day by what you're reaping currently, but it's what you're putting back in today that affects it tomorrow. So yes, guys. Next, where did I get the pork ribs from? This is my trivia. Where did I get the pork ribs from? Okay. Was it one, No Frills Supermarket, two, London, Ontario Food Bank, or three, the London Food Bank? You see a lot of number one, two, or three, guys. So let's see what's happening here. Urban Girl said No Frills. Kimola said Food Bank. Roxanne says London Food Bank. Lisa said the Food Bank. Raquel Food Bank. Onika Food Bank. Keisha Food Bank. Yeah, but what food bank? So No Frills is wrong. So sorry, No Frills is wrong. Da-da-da-da. Number two, okay. Number two, number three, number three, number three, number three. All right, so all who said number three is the correct answer. The correct name is London Food Bank, actually. I just put the London Ontario to kind of trick you guys. So that's where I got the pork ribs from. Yay! Now watch, man. Look at the reading comprehension. Yes. All right, the next icebreaker. Takeaways. What would you say is a great takeaway for you from watching the vlog? What part stood out the most to you? Yes. Out of the weekly vlog, what part of it stood out the most to you? Like when I saw you, like, oh my God, this is it for me. Let's go. Yes, Michelle, you were right. What parts of the vlog stood out the most? What part of the vlog stood out the most to you, Marlo? You can tell me. You don't have to type. A smiley.
Which one? The last one that you posted?
People on the internet, you heard it here, okay? My husband said, actually, I didn't watch it.
I don't.
You see that?
I don't watch it.
You heard it here first, okay? So I want to say thank you guys for watching my vlogs because my husband don't, okay?
I don't watch it.
He doesn't.
I've been so busy at work.
Let's see the comments. Onika said the part about mental health. True. That's true. Like Michelle says the quotes and the food bank. Roxanne said, I like how you openly speak about depression. Girl. Jacqueline, I could tell. I was gonna say it, but I let her type it. The tribute to Marlo where you gave him the cologne. Shawnee said the food bank for real because I was shocked. Lisa said when you take the time out to appreciate your husband and all you guys going through. Christina says your genuineness and smile. Thank you. Shoshana says how humble you guys are. Yes. Kimola says, hey Kimola, and happy birthday to you, Kimola. Kimola says, keeping active to keep the down feeling away. Appreciation to Marlo for being a tower of strength. Yes. The tribute to Marlo, it's the love from me. Nice, Jamelia. Charlie says, for me, it was your tenacity to be able to bounce back regardless of your adversities, as well as Marlo's support. Charlie, let me tell you, why it takes strength. Like, I don't even know if you call it strength. But my husband says I'm very selfless and him saying not understand how me do it, but he's gonna support me through it all nonetheless. How you guys stick together as a family through the rough times. I love how you keep it real and you didn't hide the fact that you went to the food bank. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed about, guys. Like, I know how we're cultured to think, always less fortunate or whatever, but I am gonna tell you, like, it's not easy. Like, right now, me think me less fortunate. Just saying. Marla being very supportive. Raquel says the quote, and when Marla spoke about people coming for you in the comments because you went to the food bank. Oh, yeah, he was, having my back right there. Marie says, you've been so open with us about what's going on with you. And I also love what you did for Marlo at the end. Oh. Raquel said, also, when you said doing the recording made you feel better. Yes, honestly, because it's something that I love doing. But he put it on for a while. And the fact that I take it up and like, when I see the camera, I'm just like, you guys are just like family. So I feel like I'm talking to a friend, one cousin or whatever. So I feel so comfortable and it makes me feel better. And it makes me accountable too because, say, all right, I'm blogging for the week or whatever. This is just me and I just feel comfortable. So yeah, it definitely did that. Oh, this is not the Kimola. Okay, it's the wrong Kimola. All right. I am a Jamaican living in Canada for the past. I'm a Jamaican living in Canada for the past 8 years and love to be on show to answer some questions. Sure, no problem. Send me an email at astrobyamanda2020@gmail.com. Jamila says the hairdressing skills, girl, talented, bad. Yes. Blessed hands, touch hands. Love how you're keeping it real. The fact that you got everything completed and even cleaned up after being so tired. Listen to me. But I'm not gonna say, like, every week we propose, y'all gonna see the amount of stuff like homegirl have to be tending to Kali while cooking, while listening to class. Like, it's a lot. Yes, girl, talented Amanda's beauty salon. I love it. Jacqueline says many Canadians go to the food bank every month. There's no shame. Exactly, Jacqueline. I was telling them the same. Like, there's no shame in going. Like, if you can save, save. To be honest. Hey, John Gray. Greetings, Matt Gang. Ooh, this is not the Matt Gang, but we'll take it tonight. Love you guys for being honest and there for each other through all you're going through. Kimola says, no, it's me, Kimola, but it's not my birthday, it's someone else in the group. Oh, so I have 2 Kimolas in the group? I didn't know that. You do a lot daily for real. All right, let's go straight into the presentation now, guys. Let's go straight into presentation. All right, so let's start with the facts. What are the facts? All right, so this section, we will discuss the facts of the postgraduate work permit. And for those who are not, used to the term or the abbreviation rather, it means PGWP means postgraduate work permit. So anytime you see PGWP, it's just shortened for postgraduate work permit. And as the name suggested, postgraduate, it is what is done after you graduate, right? It is a program where international students get to acquire Canadian work experience. And if you know that during your express entry, you gain points for having not only Canadian education, but Canadian work experience. So that's the facts. Let's go into number 1. Essential understandings. So the length of the work permit, it ranges from a minimum of 8 months to a maximum of 3 years. And this is based on the official length of your program not the amount of time that you spent completing the program. So if you are doing a 1 year program, let's say, and for some reason you took 2 years to do the 1 year, you're still going to get the postgraduate work permit matched to the 1 year. So if you look at these three tables that I have, if you do a 1 year study, it's equivalent to, or you'll get a 1 year postgraduate work permit. If you do a 2 year study, you're eligible up to 3 years postgraduate work permit. If you do a 4 year study, like probably your undergraduate, your PhD, then you're still eligible up to 3 years of postgraduate work permit. They do not give more than 3 years. 3 years is the maximum years that you can get on your postgraduate work permit. So this is fact. So we need to understand and be clear on this first. So if you're doing 1 year study, you're just gonna get 1 year postgraduate work permit. That's it, right? Next. Number 2, once in a lifetime. Applicants can only receive one postgraduate work permit once in your lifetime. You see, like how you can extend like your student visa and all of that? Nope. You cannot reapply for your postgraduate work permit once it has been issued, so you have to use it up wisely. You only get it once. And so in order to maximize the length of your postgraduate work permit, most people, they would do a 2 year program, right? So that they can get the maximum length, which is the 3 years, or they would do a 1+1 program. And in doing the 1+1 program, you get up to the 3 years as well. What a 1+1 program, you may ask, it is basically doing 2 1-year program. So you may do like a 1-year program in marketing, and then following that, you have a 1-year program in finance. You can do it like, you can apply for it together, like at the same school. You could apply for a year in marketing, start January, finish August, and then a year in finance, start September, finish April. That would constitute as 2 1-year programs, and you get up to the 3 years. All right, so once in a lifetime, you only receive it one time. You gotta make it work. Number 3, key details that I would like you to know. So when you get this postgraduate work permit of 1 year, for it to work or for it to come through for you, you would have to get an NOC job immediately, like immediately, after you get your letter of completion from your school. Now, some persons are lucky enough to have luck on their side and get that NOC job immediately, right? You should remain in status while applying and waiting for your PR. So your PR is 1 year. You have to work for 1 year full-time, which is 1,560 hours, which is a 30-hour week, right? It's doable, you know, because if you're working at a workplace where you're doing 40 hours or 42 hours or 44 hours, you know you're finished or you're done with the 1,560 hours in no time. You're finished before the full physical year, providing that you would have gotten that NOC job right after you have left school. Okay, when you apply for your PR and you go into the pool and everything, remember, while you're doing your NOC job, you'd have done your IELTS test, you'd have gotten your degree assessed, you'd have done every little thing so that everything can be ready for submission once you hit the 1,560 hours mark. When you put in your papers, you should still have a status, meaning you should still be on your postgraduate work permit. And when it comes through, you should still have a status as well. So at no point in time, you should run out of your status, right? What are NOC jobs? Because it is a must that we students, we have to get an NOC job in order to get points and all of that for the experience classes and the express entry overall. So let's go to see what are the NOC jobs. So NOC means National Occupational Classification, right? So it's how they classify the occupations in a nutshell. So your work experience can be in either one or more of the following. So it has to be an NOC 0, an NOC A, or an NOC B. NOC 0 are management jobs. So right after school, you would have to get some manager position, whether it's a restaurant manager, a mine manager, a branch manager. You have to have some sort of management job fresh out of school. Skill level A, or you can be doing a professional job that usually call for a degree from your university, such as like a doctor, architect, dentist. It has to be a professional job, right? That you need your degree for. So please note. Or skill level B, technical jobs and skill trades that usually call for like a college diploma or a training as an apprentice, such as chef, plumber, and electricians. So you guys can just imagine fresh out of college or university, and you're now under pressure to get an NOC 0A or B, management, professional, or technical skills. So I want you to bear that in mind. And okay, with me, Lisa, Shanique, Erica, and Peter Gay. All right. Next. So we're going to talk about the cons. The con is if you should run a status, meaning you get a year of your postgraduate work permit from whenever, and it expires April 30, 2022. When April 30, 2022 comes, you have no status in Canada. You are without status. And normally when you're without status, you have to leave the country. So at all times, you have to try to remain to stay, to have some sort of implied status, right? Now, that's a con, because as I told you, when it's up, you can't reapply. You only get one once in your lifetime. Now, an ex-con, we understand that the tuition is very expensive. Tuition is like $15,000 to $30,000 per year for international students. That's a con. We all know that, and we all understand that. And so you're thinking, if I do 1 year, it means less funds in tuition. Because the fact is, if I am doing a year and it's $14,000 a year, if I'm gonna do 2 years, it probably gonna run me $28,000. But check this out. It's you do 1 year, but then it costs you finances to allocate elsewhere whenever you're out of status. Because think about it, if you're out of status, remember you have already established residence here. So if you're out of status, you can think about not being able to work to get funds in, to pay your rent, to pay your light, to pay your phone, whatever, to pay whatever it is that you need to pay for. And you are there waiting for your postgraduate. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So you'd find that you have a huge amount of expense, a huge amount of liability being piled upon you. And so it works out to be the same or similar. So that's definitely a con. So is 1 year studies enough for postgraduate work permits? In my opinion, it is risky, but it is possible. A lot of persons have done it, and a lot of persons have not. I know of one such situation where one person did not. Speaking of which, I'm gonna see if I can get her to do a guest, to be a guest on the show for me, so you guys can get some questions answered. But she went through a whole lot, a whole lot. While for others, it came just in time, like just as they finished school, they got their NOC job and everything went smoothly, right? So it is risky, but it is possible. I want you to know these things. In order for it to be possible, timing will have to be a huge factor for you. So as I said, you finish school now, you started NOC now, right? By the time you get the postgraduate work permit, if it takes like 3 months or 2 months, you'd have already had 3 months or 2 months of hours in. You get what I mean? And then you'd have enough time to apply, to get a response, that type of thing. Don't bank on chance. Don't say, boy, I make a lucky, so let me just apply for 1 year. No, don't bank on chance in this decision-making process. My advice, study for at least 2 years in Canada. Study for at least 2 years so you can be eligible for a 3-year postgraduate work permit. By doing this, you will get more time to gain a skilled work in Canada, which can help to increase your scores for the express entry, and it helps to increase your chances for getting the ITA, which is invitation to apply. That's my advice. Number 2, we have the CRS calculator. So this is a tool, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but this is a tool that you can use to calculate your future score, so that you'll be better able to see if doing a 1-year study will work for you. Because when you use this tool, you are gonna estimate your English test scores, you're gonna assume your 1-year study, you're gonna assume your 1 year of skilled worker experience, and you're gonna factor in your age at that time. Once you've done that, you're gonna see your score. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do with your score after. Let's do a virtual walkthrough. The producer, when I click this, let me know my screen. So I'm just waiting to hear if my screen is being shared. Are you seeing my Google page?
No, not as yet. I'm still seeing the Google link on the yellow.
So you're not seeing the Google page, right?
No, still not seeing it.
All right. All right, guys. So let's head over to Google. Let me stop sharing right here. And then let me go to my Google page. Okay. All right. So let's do a virtual walkthrough. I think you should be seeing my Google page now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
So in Google, we type in CRS calculator, and then we click this top link here. So it's the comprehensive ranking system tool, skilled immigrants express entry. So in this, you scroll all the way here, and this is where you kind of put in stuff. So it's a little bit lengthy. I don't think I'll be doing all of it. So if you're married, you select married. If you are common law, you select common law and that type of thing. So married, then I want to know if your spouse is a resident or whatever. You say no or yes, it depends. Will they come with you? Yes. And then from then on, they're going to ask you your age. Let's say I put I'm 25. I'm going to be 25 at the time that I'm going to study. That's not my real age, guys. What is your level of education? So you have to put the level of education that you're going to have at the end of it. You have to put the highest level. So going down, then you're going to reach here where you click calculate your score. Basically, it's going to ask you like if you have a sibling, if you or your spouse have a sibling who is a permanent resident or Canadian citizen, you get points for that. It's going to ask you for your English test scores. Just assume some scores and then you see your scores at the end. Please assume scores realistically. All right? Please assume the scores realistically. So what do we do with that scores, Amanda, after we have found out our future scores? What will we do? All right, so we're back to Prezi. this is what is going to happen at number 3 here. So after you calculate your scores, this is what you're going to do. You're going to compare your future score to the previous scores in the past. That's what you're going to do. So if your future score, is lower by 5 points of what it is now, let's say, we can just say you're in an okay zone. If it's 6 to 10 points, then you are in a risky zone. Like if it's lower by 6 to 10 points, you're in a very risky zone. Because that's the future score, and we're talking about the now score. If you are lower by 10 points and over, then you are in what I'd like to call a danger zone. Like it's a no-no. So it's good for you to calculate your future score. And I'm talking about the persons who are planning to do their 1 year, to see if the 1 year will work out, given the fact that you will have time on your side to get a job quickly. So now we have another virtual walkthrough that we are going to be doing right now. All right, so let me get to sharing my screen with you guys. So to compare, we are going to type into Google round of invitation. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to click on here, express entry, rounds of invitations. Now this is where you can see every single one. So you're going to hit see previous rounds. And you're going to see the Canadian experience class, the provincial nominee. You're going to see every one of them here. So when it says no program specified, it means every one. So the last one where everything was combined was December 23rd, 2020. It was 170. And as you can see, this score was 468. You see that? 468. So if you do your future scores, guys, and your future score is 300, you know, so something wrong, right? Because if now it's 468 and your future score is looking at a 300, something has to change. So you can play around with the calculator and say, okay, what if I did 2 years? What if I had, you know, this amount of years in the work experience and whatever, what the scores will be. So you toggle around it and say, you know what, I have to go this route. I want to show you guys this too. On February 13, 2021, I don't know if you guys heard it, but it made the news, the Canadian experience class, where 27,000 persons got through. The score was 75 points. And this was because of COVID and the government needed people. So you have persons who were in the pool, like students and so forth, who were in the pool, they have gone through. So this is a good thing to note, right? Note the scores and everything. The last draw was May 13 for the Canadian experience class, and that was 401. So that is how you can check. That's how you can check the scores to know if, you know, if you are on the right path, if you will get enough points and all of that good stuff. So let's go right back to Prezi. I hope everyone is understanding. Hope I'm not going too fast. So let's go back.
I guess they're making your notes.
Producer, so you guys making notes. So let's head to number 5. So we have covered facts, we have covered cons, I have answered the question, and I have done the analysis on how you can go about doing it. So let's go to number 5. What are my tips? And this is my tip. You're going to apply for a visitor's record. Like if you really and truly can't do more than 1 year because of whatever circumstances it is, you're going to apply for a visitor's record if you find that you'll be coming out of status, because you need to have a implied status. So April 2022, you say, boy, you don't get an NOC job, or you just get an NOC job, and you only do probably 1,000 hours. You haven't done the 1,562, or you put in your papers, but you're not hearing anything from them. You don't get a invitation to apply. At April 30, 2022, you still don't get an invitation to apply, and postgraduate work permit is going to be expired. My tip: apply for a visitor's record. This will give you status to stay in Canada. So basically, that's the pro of doing that. It's an implied status. You're buying yourself time to stay in Canada while you wait on your result. The con or the disadvantage to that, it will affect you mentally and financially. And this is what I meant about your funds being allocated elsewhere. So you didn't pay the 28,000 for the 2 years, but you're going to end up being, spending a lot, because here now is where, as I was explaining, you can't work, you can't study, you can't do anything. You're a visitor. And so to buy food, to pay your bills, to pay your rent is going to be a lot. Unless in your case, you probably have a family member that you can stay with and bunk with and give up the renting and, But that's my tip. Apply for a visitor's record if you find yourself in that position. And number 6 and last, some very important lessons or takeaway that I would like you guys to know from this. With immigration, it includes risk. It includes risk, especially with choosing the study pathway to the PR. It includes a lot of risk, I must tell you. So whether you're doing 1 year or 2 year, it includes risk just the same. The finances are unavoidable. So whether you pay for it upfront, the 28,000, or you're going to pay it in the long run, it is unavoidable. But the third one, luck can be on your side. Whether it will be through COVID-19 currently or from your employer. Because COVID-19, you guys have already known and seen, where they opened this pathway thing, which is closed off now, for 40,000 graduate students to apply for their PR. Just like that, send in their documents, do their test, their exam, and apply. But the catch for that, the student would have had to be in a job. It didn't have to be an NOC job. It can be any job at all. Once it's an essential job, was it? I think so. The student, essential jobs, like probably a supermarket or somewhere. And you have to apply, but that filled up pretty fast. It wasn't even open for a day. Like, as it opened, full up. I know quite a few persons who have made it in the pool, and I can't wait to hear their results. So you have COVID-19 working on the behalf of that. You have COVID-19 where persons who had gotten their postgraduate work permits got a new one, which is unheard of. It never happened before, but it's because when they got it at the time, borders were closed, everything was drastic, nothing was happening, people were laid off. So it would have been unfair to them. So they got a fresh new start. So luck can be on your side. It can be a support from your employer too. All right. So that brings me to the end of my presentation, right? And let me stop sharing my screen for a minute here. That's the end of my presentation. We have 49 people on the live. Nice. All right. So we will be, I hope everybody understood from this. Let me see if, So Amanda says, I know someone who got 3 years postgraduate work permit after doing a 1 year program. Really? Wow. When was this, Amanda? When was this? Rakisha said, I did it and decided to do a 2 year instead. It sounds like she did the CSR, the CRS calculator, and then compared her scores and decided that a 2 year would work out better for her. That's what it sounds like. Very nice presentation. Shanique says, well put together. Christina says, thank you. You didn't have to do this, but I'm grateful that you share your knowledge. Thank you, Amanda. Very informative. To the T. Informative, very informative. All right, nice. So before I ask for questions and answer segment, for the question and answer segment, I want Anna K and Lisa, Shanique, Erica, and Peter K. Comment and let me know what you guys think. All right, so that's Anna K, Lisa, Shanique, Erica, and Peter K. Let me know what you guys think, because you guys are all thinking of doing a 1 year. Peter Gay should start her 1 year in September. So Peter Gay, have you checked your scores before all of this? Like, are the scores okay? Let me know. So let's see what Anna K, Lisa, Shanique, Erica, and Peter Gay has to say. So Rikisha said, yes, I calculated my future score right. I figured that's what you were saying. That's good, Rikisha. Good, 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 good. Adrian says, on point, thank you so much. Lisa says, so if you're married, does the spouse scores add to the overall calculation? Yes. It doesn't add because you're married, but if your spouse have, like, it takes into consideration your spouse education, highest education. So when I kid you not, when I tried it and I did for my spouse's highest education, his bachelor's degree, he only got 8 points because the bachelor degree is not in Canada. It's not a Canadian education. So, but then when they asked if he has Canadian work experience, no, that's where he got some points right there. So even with a master's degree, I still decided to do a 2 year. I take calculated risk. I like that. Calculated. Yes, yes. I like that. All right. So Peter Gay gone silent. I can't hear Shanique. I can't hear Erica, but and I can't hear Anaki. All right, let's go straight into it's time for question and answer.
Definitely.
Shanique says, okay, I finally hearing from Shanique now. Based on what you have presented, I think it's best to pursue a 2 year program. Better safe than sorry. I'm telling you, it can happen with 1 year, but it is risky and it has to do with time. It has to do with time. I know someone personally did a 1 year, wasn't gonna work out. So what she did, she quickly acted through her school and applied for a next 1 year program. Yep, and quickly try to get some funds because you have to reapply back for the whole student visa and show your tuition. But in that case, because she's living in Canada, she wouldn't need to show like the 10,000 living expenses. She just need to show her pay stubs. So yeah. All right, let's hear Anna K now. So Anna K says, I knew of the risk before, but there are other ways to get in if you don't have sufficient points. Okay, Anna K, we all want to benefit from that. So could you please comment and let us know what are the other ways to get in for not having sufficient points? All right. Rochelle Powell is in the house, and if you guys don't know, she have her YouTube channel too. She recently came to Canada in, Rochelle, is it January or December? In January or December, and she's in Alberta. So you guys can definitely go and check her out, subscribe to her channel, and watch her videos. They're very, very, very insightful and informative. And I'm so glad that she has joined the YouTube community of Jamaicans who are here studying, because we have limited Jamaicans, we see other races and people. So go and subscribe to her channel. So Rochelle says it's risky but possible. If you are in the high 300, then going to school can add points. All right. That's what Rochelle said. Lisa says, well, for me, I decided to do a 1+1. So see how it goes. Oh, so if you're doing a 1+1, you're fine, Lisa. That's 2 years. That's not a 1 year course. That's 2 years. Keisha says, guys, stay away from the big cities when applying for student visa. The chances of getting a PR after is extremely slim, and you can always do a 2 years program. And in case now should start reading things. All right. Rachel says you just have to analyze your situation and decide on the risk you're willing to take. That is so true. If you have like husband, then our common law, it gives it points. But you have some persons who doesn't have either. They're traveling alone with their kids, you know. What's that? There was this YouTuber. So let's hear what Rakisha says. There was this YouTuber that expressed how the pandemic saved her because she was about to be sent home, but then the scores dropped and saved her. So she definitely don't recommend doing 1 year. I think the score that drop is the 75 that I just showed you guys. Like that, I was surprised when that happened. When I heard of it, I'm like, what? 75? And 27,000 people got through. Amanda sent an email sharing some news with you. Okay, I'm gonna check. I haven't gotten around to check my emails, but I'm gonna try. I'm going to start question one. My friend told me about SINP where employer can do your paper. Right, so that's what I said. In presentation, I said, look can have it where your employer can support you. Not everybody will have that look. No problem, Michelle. All right, guys, the producer said it's time for questions and we only have 15 minutes? 15 minutes for the questions, right?
I thought we were answering questions already.
Nobody never asked me any question, babe. Obviously. So you know, say Marlon start at the time for the questions and answer the question. Okay. Ask your questions, guys. We have 15 minutes, so we have no one till 10:15, right? That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? Any question? Before I wrap up and leave, let me know. What's this? Any questions? Any questions? She said also the province makes a huge difference in finding a job as well. Shoshana says, I pray that continue to bless you and your family. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Shoshana. Thank you. And right after this, I'm gonna be doing some assignments plus cleaning. It's hard. So our request, Christina says, Amanda, can you do more of best universities to attend? Sure. I actually have them all lined up, you know. I have them all lined up. Funny enough, what I do on a weekly basis, I ask my husband to pick out of the topics that I have because I have so many topics. So he picked this one. Rikisha says, I love your channel, Rochelle. You're very detailed. Onika says, I watch her. Nice. How long is your program? 2 years. One second, guys. My program is 2 years. Okay, so no questions. Wow, it's the first I do want no questions, so that means all questions have been answered. That is so good. Okay, thanks. Very educational. Rochelle is giving a vote of thanks over here. Don't you even take off your slippers though? Your slippers make so much noise. Like they would hear.
So you will your master person work in the program.
Okay, so question, Charlie, when applying for study permits, must I notarize all documents to be submitted? Nope. Mm-mm. Nah. The only thing is notarized was the statutory of declaration. If you're married, you use a marriage certificate. How do you know if your program gives break or it's continuous? That's a really good question.
It's a call and answer about that.
I did not. I thought it was a thing where you're supposed to get breaks. So I honestly never call them. But it's after being in the situation and hearing that I don't get break. So I would say call before you apply for a program. Call and find out. Hey, does this program comes with summer breaks or whatever break? Just to find out, because I thought it was a thing right across the board where the school would give or the program would give break. And like it says, is the transitioning getting any easier? Okay. One, I'm not settled yet. Two, the transition is still not too good because the 18th of this month will make 6 months since we're here. 6 months, and we haven't even started working a solid 3 months. You get what I mean? So the transition, I think the transition will become easier when you're settled in your work, meaning your past probation period. I think it will be easier then where you can account for funds coming in to allocate it. Okay, this goes to rent, this goes to food, this goes to whatever. When you pass that probation period. So right now we're still trying to make things work. So right, I will update you guys on that. What are some programs that are in demand, likely to get a job? To be honest, right now, nurses, what's the one personal support worker? Jesus, they want that like hot bread. To be honest, like servers and them things, not cutting it right now.
Business.
Business is still there because what they do is work from home. In demand, I wouldn't say retail stores.
IT, anything.
I wouldn't say retail stores or whatever, because retail stores are essential and they're still open and everything. But 1 second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Right, so for retail stores are open because it's considered essential, but in terms of workers, because there's a lockdown, especially in Ontario, certain sections are closed off. So you know that those workers are not really coming in. So definitely I would say the healthcare system and the healthcare system cover the nurse, the personal support worker, social worker, that type of thing is booming right now. Also IT, because you know you have to go online and work online. So, you know, the IT department have to ensure that you know everything is up and running and copacetic. So you have the IT department as well. So Lisa said, so apply for a 1 year program to get in for September intake, but we'll decide on another 1 year program after. Yes, you can do that after. The universities are so expensive. How do you know which one to attend? So you would type in Google, cheapest universities in Canada. You can start by doing that.
Is it
Normally, the universities or the colleges that are considered cheap are the ones in the Atlantic provinces. And these are the Atlantic provinces are Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and ooh, which one am I missing? Newfoundland and Labrador. Right. Rochelle said the PowerPoint was good. Thanks, Rochelle. Christine says she can't believe she's late. Oh my God, Christine, you gotta have to rewatch.
I have a teacher.
Huh?
I have a teacher.
Rochelle says she just subscribed. Lisa says she just subscribed. Based on research, they say IT workers medical work right. Same, I just said.
And construction.
Jacqueline says, is it more stressful being an honors student, always maintaining grades? Listen, first of all, my husband is going to tell me that, babe, make sure you stay on the honor roll, you know. Listen, if I stay, like, the pressure that he wants to apply on me, if me listen to him, me just eat, breathe, sleep, book, right? So it's not stressful being an honor student. To maintain the grades, I'll try. I'll definitely try my best. That's all I can say. Only my best is good enough. Please save the life. I will. I will. Yeah, you will get a job as a grocery store worker. You will. But the hours may not be enough because, like currently, no, it won't be enough because normally those places have the employees. They don't want to try to pay even though the hours so everybody gets a fair amount and all of that. All right, so we have Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole says, we have the Keisha Cole in the comment. Hold on.
The Keisha Cole?
Yeah, the Keisha Cole. So Keisha Cole says, if you guys can get a work permit instead of a student visa, that would be better. If you guys, meaning the persons in the comment section, student visa is very expensive. Tim Horton, McDonald's, lots of hotels and other companies are always hiring foreign workers. So what are your views? Like who are you talking, like us here or in the comment section? No. So Keisha, can you tell us more about this? Did you get an open work permit through Tim Hortons, McDonald's, or a hotel? Because currently what I'm thinking is COVID-19, right? Hotels are not going to be hiring anybody right now. That's one. McDonald's, if them never hire me and my husband, I don't dream seeing them hiring anybody outside of the country right now because of COVID. Yes, I applied to McDonald's, did not get through. My husband applied to McDonald's, did not get through. We applied to KFC, Harvey's.
That's very rare fire today. Even before COVID, we're looking into that.
True. Yeah, he made a very important point. Before COVID, before we came, we were trying to see if we could get him an open work permit. So we were calling around, asking companies, and they were like, nope, 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 nope. Right? So if you got an open work permit through a company, that would be nice to share so that other people can benefit. So that would be really nice, Keisha. I would really love to hear your comments on that. Right, I'd really love to hear your comments on that one. And in getting an open work permit, it takes a lot too. You have to show bank statement, you have to get a job offer, the whole 9 yards and all that. So definitely tell us some more about that, Keisha. Jacqueline says, I have faith in you always. Oh, what do you say? Is the schoolwork harder than? Is schoolwork harder there than? No, it's not harder. It just will leap.
Just voluminous.
Oh, my English. It's not harder, but it's a lot of assignment. To be honest, it's a lot. For my school, I don't know about nobody else's school. I know that what I am doing, I should be doing my PhD or my master's, the amount of work I'm doing. Good question, Lisa. Does part-time job as a student adds up? No, it doesn't. They have it to say that allowing us to work as students is just a little, one little thing they might give you, because they're saying in truth and in fact you should just come and study, because you would have shown that you have money to pay for a school fee and whatever. But the 20 hours is just, a little extra. So it doesn't add up, and it's part-time. So you have to do a full-time afterwards, for it to get added. All right. Rachel says, with all that's going on with essential travel and all, how likely is it for me to be accompanied by my spouse? Does he have to have a job offer in order to board the flight with me? So the last I saw, if your spouse has an open work permit, he has to have a valid job offer and contract in order to board the flight with you. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Regarding the job offer. How do you balance your time, school, work assignment, mother, wife, job? I answered that question, I answered that question in the Q&A. So because of time, you can, in the interest of time, you can go and check that. It's a Q&A live. I answered that. I'm loving a bad. Where's Kali? Hello, Shalai. It is, what time is it now? Where is Kali? Kali's in her bed. School tomorrow. BED. That has to be in her bed. She's asleep, guys. She's asleep. Keisha she was mentioning the person's comment section that you guys should apply for a work permit, as she have lots of friends I have lots of friends came up and working at McDonald's in Saskatchewan. So here one know, Keisha, if you have that link still, that would be really nice to share so that others can, benefit from it. So email me at asktobyamanda2020@gmail.com so that by next week, if I got concrete information from you, I can put it up there that persons can reach out to me to get that sorted out. Cool? Rochelle, sure that's not so easy to get again. That was dashing out a couple years back then. I know persons that got through on it. Getting a job now is hard. My husband tried to, Amanda, it didn't work out, so we chose school. All right, Keisha, so send the details to me in my email address so that I can disperse the information for you. All right. So Keisha says, Tim Hortons and McDonald's in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Some get their PR now. Few other friends were in Toronto but didn't get through. One moved to Manitoba and one to BC and got PR a few months ago. So are you saying they were already in Canada on a legal status? Good question, Rochelle. So Keisha, there's a lot of questions geared to you in the comment section. So this is what I mean. I don't know if Keisha, because Keisha, tell me what, as Marlo said that, are you comfortable with me sharing are you comfortable with me giving you the link to the StreamYard and you come on here and answer these questions, or you would just send me the information in my email? Let me know, because I could invite you to join and you answer these questions. So comment below, let me know if you would like to join. It's okay if you don't want to show your face. If you just want to show a picture, it doesn't matter. What matters is the information that you are disseminating. If not, you can just email me. Okay, so you'll send the info. No problem. So send the info to me on in my email.
Yeah, hold on.
And it says it sounds like you're already on a work permit. Jamila says your friends got that in the pandemic. Keisha, we would love some more details. Okay, so the producer says we are out of time. We're out of time. Keisha is going to send me some information and I'll get that information to you guys as soon as I get it. I'll be sure to check my email, Lisa, and for anybody else who had emailed me. Yeah, so this is the end. Christine, you can rewatch what you missed. Keisha said they came on a student 2-year program, so I guess they switched the status, right? Look at they switched the status. I hate this glasses. Okay. All right. So to the 60 persons that are here, thank you so much for, coming out and supporting me. Even when, things kind of, I really appreciate it. So this brings us to the end. Let me know where you guys are watching from before I close off. I want to see who we have here. Where are you watching from? So Ricky just says, that's the key. The job didn't get sent for them. They were already there. Good observation. All right, so we have people from Jamaica. Jamaica. Is it Jody Lai? Hey, Jody Lai, but not Jody. You there, Nigeria? I think you wanted to write Niagara, Ontario. I think that's what you wanted to write. Thanks a million. Quebec. Nice. Thanks for the presentation, Amanda. You're welcome. JA, of course. Jamdong. Jamaica. Jamaica. All right. Black, green, and gold. Jamaica. Portmore. Wait there. Me say country. I'm carrying say Portmore. You know, the Portmore people always feel like Portmore. Like, listen, they need to make Portmore a whole city, right? Because you guys, open Portmore is just, So Karen says she's from the country of Portmore. Shana K said Jamaica. Marlon, wishful thinking much? So we have all Jamaicans here. What's wrong with my boat friends? Canada. Ricky just said it's a legit country, too much people. Yes, Karin, but that's a long time. They need to make it their whole city because not too much. Like, we can't manage more people with them mosquitoes and them hot weather. France, yeah, man. Canada, because I have to speak it into existence. Sure. Ochi. Ochi. No, sir. Is which country name Ochi? Soin says JA. Michelle, Canada. Jamaica. Africa. I wonder if this is true. Come on, I love ramping now. Want to ramp for ramping up? Africa. If the place aren't. Bahamas. Yay. Hey. Nice. Bahamas. Africa. All right. So this look like a true then. Africa. Okay. Where in Africa are you from, Sanchel? Your name sounds, your name sounds not African. I'm just saying. Charla. Anyways, next week, guys, and stay tuned this Friday to watch my weekly vlog. It's coming on Friday. Adam did social life no rum for rum. Oh my god, thank you guys for giving me this laughter. I need it, trust me. Even my mom called me the other day and my sisters and they make me laugh to me cry. Me tell them I never know me could have laughed to me cry again. Like it's such a breath of fresh air to laugh, you know? No, she is not in Africa, Lisa. She's not. Jody's in Canada, right? She's in Canada. She's in Niagara, Ontario. She goes to Niagara College, okay? She's not in Africa. Don't let her fool you, please. She just needs to go to her bed and study for a smart serve test. That's what she needs to do. I'm late, but good night. Yeah, you're late because I'm wrapping up. But thanks for coming through. You can rewatch the live, you know. Thanks for coming through. Producer, want to come and and say hi and say good night?
Good night, guys. Thank you all for coming and for supporting my wife.
Did they hear that? I don't know if they heard that.
Yes, they heard.
They heard? Okay.
Trust me. I feel like I was in the shouting.
Okay, I feel like you were shouting. Wow. Right.
So until next weekend, guys.
So, I'm gonna do a for the weekly vlog coming. I might do an update on the here. Based on the comments I've seen, there are several factors. I'm checking on Rochelle and Jody and them. They said here. They said you're come show them in. People have body blows. Have Sokan Marina like size small. Was it body? I'm Marla size small Marino. Who does that? So on another level at times when me I talk, that's why I don't want coming at the camera. No, sir. Anyways, I'm heading to do some cleaning and some assignments. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. Let me take off this banner right here. Oh, I almost didn't remember. Okay, Lisa. If you are on Instagram, message me to get the link to join the group. If you are not, then send me an email. astobyamanda2020@gmail.com to be to get the link to join the group. And yeah. And this group for everybody who's listening in, it's a international students or Caribbean international student support group rather for persons who have started the process, meaning you applied to a college or two or three or four, or you've been accepted to a college and about to put in your study permit, your student visa application, or you put in your student visa application, or you got through for the student visa application and waiting borders to open so you can travel, or you're already here and going to school, or you're about to finish school, or you're now transitioning to PR, it doesn't matter. So those are the persons who are in this group. All right. You messaged me but didn't get anything on Instagram. That's because today, if it's today, it has been a hectic day. I need to check my Instagram, right? I'm definitely gonna check it, and I'm definitely gonna check my email. Keep smiling. Keep on praying. I'm praying for you and yours. Thank you so much. Why you load up, Marla? So. If I remember, if I remember that you wanted the link. But yeah. So toodles, guys. Toodles.